You believe that there are big realms of good and evil, and they're slugging it out.
What does the evil side want?
Oh, it wants you. It wants you. People are capable of horrors, of atrocities. We're also capable of wonderful things, of good things. And we have the choice.
There's a claim circulating right now that the Epstein files reveal Ellen DeGeneres as, and I'm quoting this directly from the posts, Hollywood's most prolific cannibal, that she consumed human flesh. People are sharing distorted images of her face, writing paragraphs about underground dystopias, calling her a vampire.
Now investigators have confirmed that after Anne's death, Ellen pulled strings to claim her body, storing it in a mansion freezer like some kind of relic. Over the years, Ellen allegedly consumed parts of Anne in deliberate occult ceremony.
Mel Gibson is finally taking action after years of being the target of bullying and blacklisting. He has his sights set on Ellen DeGeneres. Going out of the limelight, Ellen reasoned, would protect her from her impending doom. On the other hand, it has just bought the individuals she is accused of wronging more time to think about how she has harmed them. Additionally, they are not being lenient with her. The situation is already dire, and rumor has it that she is battling an illness that is only seen in those who eat the corpses of others. Ellen reportedly feasted on the missing individuals that Epstein had on his island, according to Mel's fresh accusations. It wasn't even until Mel joined the conversation that Ellen was making headlines for the wrong reasons.
A bizarre and disturbing claim is gaining traction online, suggesting that the Epstein files expose Ellen DeGeneres as Hollywood's, quote, most prolific cannibal. The claim began circulating on X, formerly Twitter, after the U.S. Justice Department announced it had released all available files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Those files reference hundreds of names across investigative materials, and almost immediately, conspiracy posts began to explode. One viral post claimed, quote, the Epstein files expose Ellen DeGeneres as Hollywood's most prolific cannibal. She ate children's flesh. Another post declared, quote, Epstein files name Ellen DeGeneres the most prolific cannibal. Vampires are real. The keyword Ellen DeGeneres cannibal quickly began trending. More posts followed. One user wrote, quote, thanks to the Epstein files, we now know that Ellen DeGeneres is the most prolific cannibal. Hollywood staying silent. Now we understand why she left the United States. Another described a supposed disturbing discovery and claimed she was given a title no one wanted to know existed. Some posts even shared edited or distorted images of DeGeneres to amplify the shock value.
Things took a tragic turn when her Twitch show DJ allegedly committed suicide, just when we thought they couldn't get worse. According to accounts, Twitch's wife, Allison Holker, reported him missing when she noticed that he had left the home the day before, without his vehicle, and still hadn't returned. Right after news got out about his absence, he was discovered dead in a neighboring hotel with a self-inflicted wound. Apparently, he booked into the hotel with the aim of ending his life. But they didn't buy this at all. They were and still are certain that Ellen had a role in it. Word on the street is Ellen supposedly tried to offer Twitch to Diddy as a boy. But Twitch wasn't going for it, and the rumors only got worse when this shady interview, in which Ellen seemingly revealed that she knew about Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, also resurfaced amidst the reports of Twitch's death.
Birthday party, am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties, you just haven't seemed to show up to
No,
any
well,
of them.
is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 2, 3 o'clock. And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there.
Yeah, yeah. Then it, no, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music. I've heard that song, After Party.
Why is no one talking about the deeply disturbing clips from the Ellen DeGeneres show on the new P. Diddy documentary?
How much money do you have on you right now?
I don't have any money on me.
You don't carry money on you?
No.
No.
I don't carry money. I mean, it's just money on me.
Oh, you do have money on you. Lord have mercy. It's all 20s. Where are you going after this?
You know we doing what we plan to do, girl.
I had forgotten just how chummy these two used to be. He was always on her show, and they were known to be friends. She even used to have quite the nickname for him, Cuddle Mix Snuggle Stuff. I believe there were only about 2 clips of her used during the P. Diddy docu-series on Netflix, which if you haven't watched, go watch it. But each time, my blood ran cold with knowing everything that we know about him, and now her now. And you can't tell me for 1 minute that this man was not purposeful in the clips that he used of the Ellen DeGeneres show. I don't know who on his team found them or if he had just saved them for later, but wow.
But it wasn't even the worst part. Another interview between Diddy and Ellen appeared again immediately after this. But this time, video was of Diddy reportedly menacing Ellen right in front of Twitch. Now, you can't really hear what precisely Diddy said, since he whispered it in Ellen's ear, but Twitch was near enough to hear it, and the astonishment on his face was apparent.
Yep.
And here's to us.
Yeah. All right. What do you have there? What's that?
Oh, that's something I brought for Portia.
She's not here.
No, but you was going to give it to her as a gift.
All right. Then I'll say it's mine.
Yeah.
Okay. That's sweet. Well, what about for me? Aw, look at that. That's so sweet. Thank you. How come it's for Portia and not me?
Because you're going to have her wear it. And,
All right.
Yo, Ellen, we go so far back. Don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear T-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right. Let's...
I mean...
You roll that.
Okay.
All right.
I can just take 2 of the joke didn't work.
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problem.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on. Hey, so, cheers. Hey! Ellen, I heard you were sick, and look what I got you. Your boy. So whenever you get sick, you can have this.
And the weird thing is, Twitch wasn't the only person in Ellen's camp who died under mysterious circumstances. If y'all recall, her ex, Anne Heche, who died shortly after she went off on her, and spilled all the information about Ellen supposedly selling her soul for fame and money. She also accused Ellen of wanting to have her placed in a facility exactly as she began learning stuff about her that she didn't want anybody to know. She remarked, and I quote, "I broke up with her because her ambition was to acquire a lot of money. Mine was to find love. And hers was, I want $60 billion. Good. Good luck. Our prongs are never going to meet."
Truth that I spoke, I was hit more, buried more, or despised more, and then had calculated visions and circulations of systems that spun me up and out of the system that would in any way challenge the fact that she was not telling her own truth but another's. Why do you think she tried to put me in an institution, folks? I called my mother. Guess what? 2 people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing. I did not and could not ask God for what that would be. All I could do was stay on my truth, do what I was doing, and study this thing called love that we tried to bury. And now I am up and out of the ground. And unfortunately, those 2 women could not shut me down.
You see, immediately after she completed this interview, she was engaged in a terrible vehicle accident, leaving her with many second-degree burns, before finally losing her life.
Actress Anne Heche remains in a coma after that fiery car crash. Her condition is far worse than originally believed.
Oh my gosh.
According to her spokesperson, she's in critical condition and on a ventilator. Her burns will require surgical intervention, and she has significant pulmonary injury.
Vehicle into a structure. We also have a structure fire, 2-story, single-family dwelling, heavy smoke showing. keep everybody coming.
While out and about in Santa Barbara, the former daytime talk show host gave a brief comment on the actress, whom she dated from 1997 to 2000.
Have you spoken to Anne Hesh at all since her accident?
Have not.
Do you want to...
We're not in touch with each other, so I wouldn't know.
But sadly for Ellen, this wasn't the end of the charges against her. In fact, just when we thought things couldn't get much worse, the DOJ disclosed millions more Epstein-related papers, and she was pulled into it as well, especially when those rumors about these celebs preying on humanity appeared. They accused her of being, and I quote, a probiotic consumer. And get this, once all this was revealed, Ellen and her wife Portia packed up and relocated to the UK. Mind you, they didn't even relocate to a huge metropolis or anything. They traveled directly to a remote region where no one knew them and they could lie low. Well, it appears like we finally know why. It was recently claimed that Ellen has supposedly been diagnosed with Kuru sickness, a condition that only persons who ingest human flesh tend to acquire. The story claimed, and I quote, allegedly, it is being reported that TV talk show host Ellen DeGeneres is apparently going blind after being diagnosed with a rare disease called Kuru. It is reported she went into hiding and has begun appearing different.
This most dangerous game, as they referred to it, was a matter of human hunting. And when a mind control slave such as myself was stripped of clothes and turned loose in the woods, I was then hunted by George Bush, Dick Cheney, and Bill Clinton, among others. But they were the main ones. I do not believe that it was necessary for them to have subjected me to this form of trauma. There were so many other traumas going on at the time. My mind was already prime conditioned for mind control program. So I really don't understand it, except for the fact that they found great pleasure in this form of human hunting. And they took it from particular military maneuvers. And
which base we're talking about when you was recalling the situation when Clinton was president and Mr. Bush? Which airspace?
There's a little place called Lampy, Missouri, that's just across the Arkansas line. Bill Clinton was governor of Arkansas at that time, and his whole operation that was Mena, Arkansas was the main hub for, was bringing cocaine into this CIA compound. And this particular Swiss villa, as they called it, amphitheater in Lampy, Missouri, was actually a CIA compound out in the woods, military fencing all around it, and mind control training center where there was high-tech equipment was in one building. There were offices in another. There were little Swiss-style villas or cabins where different officials in either the military, CIA, or politics would stay, and it would house them while they were there for either the cocaine activities, for the paramilitary operations that were going on. You know, there were black helicopters everywhere, total robotic guys that were being used in special forces.
Which special forces you're referring to? There was also another program, Mind Control, by Delta Force,
yes.
Right? Can you describe, what is your knowledge? Do you have any knowledge of that, or you met these people, and can you describe me some more of this?
The Delta Force and the Navy SEALs are an elite part of the military that is mind controlled, like the mercenaries. I'm more familiar with the mercenaries that were being trained to carry out international operations that weren't necessarily sanctioned by Congress, and they were brought into other countries, such as South America, and to carry out their orders. When in a country like that, the airplanes would then come back with the drugs, and it was then sold on the streets here in America, and really worldwide. The CIA's so-called war on drugs was nothing more than the CIA eliminating their competition and taking over the drug industry. So it was all attached. It all interworked.
Well, this led to people investigating further into certain statements that Mel had made some years ago, flat out attempting to inform us about what was going on behind the scenes. The first item that reappeared was an interview from 1998, when Mel disclosed some frightening things regarding Epstein and Ellen. You know, back when Mel Gibson was forced out of Hollywood, most people assumed it was simply due of all the racism and anti-Semitism controversies associated to his name. And don't get me wrong, It was clearly the public excuse everybody ran with. But now, with everything that's been coming out about Hollywood, people are beginning to question whether there was more to it than that.
You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
And nobody was really bothering to explain it to me.
They don't.
And and I formed a bunch of opinions about the town and about the people in it that were like, surely that couldn't be, because the whole place can't be like, you know, Weird Town, you know, where the stranger wanders in and all the people are in the bar and they all shut up when he looks at them and, and they tell you don't go into the house on the hill, and it's like that. And then you go away and you think, no, I was wrong. I mean, that's insane thinking. I'm paranoid. I imagined that stuff. That couldn't be the reason for why so-and-so was acting like, could it? And then you find out later on the track that you were exactly on track with a lot of this stuff. Not specifically on track, but that you could, that some of your worst nightmares were real.
Word on the street is that Mel may have also been blackballed since he refused to go along with their shenanigans. Mel even went as far as developing a complete movie called Sound of Freedom, where he demonstrated how the Hollywood trafficking rings function. But see, at the time, a lot of people utterly missed the whole idea of the movie. But given what we know now about Ellen and Epstein, it's evident Mel had a purpose with this movie.
One of the most disturbing problems in our world today is human trafficking, and particularly the trafficking of children. Our future is our children. Now, the first step in eradicating this crime is awareness. Go see Sound of Freedom.
For years, there has been a long-standing conspiracy theory that Hollywood and the elites harvest the blood of young people and transfuse it in order to reverse age. And now the Epstein files might have revealed that that is in fact true. In this email to Jeffrey Epstein, it says, all you need is a blood transfusion from the pack and you reverse aging. This is where adrenochrome comes into play. It is a real chemical compound found in the blood when the body is in a fight or flight situation. And we know that the kids that were involved in Jeffrey Epstein's network were definitely put into fight or flight. And of course, we've seen Hollywood elites like Chrissy Teigen tweet about how they're going to a party where they're serving up 4-year-old cheese pizza with adrenochrome and, of course, the eye emoji. And according to the FBI code words, cheese stands for little girl and pizza stands for girl. Now back to the email. The subject is Dr. Agus, a professor of medicine and biomedical engineering at USC, pretty local to Hollywood. He is also the founding director and CEO of the Ellison Medical Institute. You know, the medical institute funded by Larry Ellison, the new owner of TikTok. And he's also hosted a Paramount show with big celebs like Ashton Kutcher and Oprah Winfrey. If you know, you know.
But now I want to hear your ideas. What do you think about Mel Gibson stepping out to expose Ellen DeGeneres? And do you really believe that Ellen is truly as implicated in the Epstein story as others are making it out to be? Let me know your opinions in the comment area below. And don't forget to go here to view this other, really untidy video.